Well, Stephen, it's a 2-2 draw here in Coatbridge. How are you feeling after that?
I'm a bit of mixed emotions. I feel as if, when they would go one goal up, which they deserve to right the stroke of half time, you're almost going in, look, can we come out here with something today? We get a goal back in terms of changing things. We had to bring a couple of players on and rejuvenate things, which worked, and we got a goal from it. We're actually 2 in behind Will, and Will ran through and scored. So even at that point, you're then feeling you can go in and win it. Then they snatch one to go ahead, and again you're feeling, can we get out here with something? Eventually we get a penalty, and again mixed emotions, as I say, where Naya's hit the underside of the bar, where you could have come away here with 3 points. So it was one of them. We could have come away with nothing, we could have drew the game, and we could have won it. So it was a strange day, but listen, you've got to look at the performance. I'm the manager, and I've got to look at the performance and probably the energy levels. I've said to the boys, I felt as if there was a flatness to the first half. The kick-off got delayed, but it seemed to transcend into how we started the game. We didn't have the same energy levels. They were hungry. The midfield 3 caused us problems against our 2. And I could sit here and make excuses for the players in terms of, we had been playing a particular shape before today, and obviously quite a lot of injuries have forced us to change it. But I can't. I'm not going to sit here and make the excuses, because we've got good enough players, and we changed to a 4-4-2 today, and ultimately we didn't start the first half well, and Albion Rovers deserved to go in on a 1-0 lead. Like I says, mixed emotions.
Yeah, as you mentioned, there was a change of shape. Do you think that could have been the reason why we're slow to start?
Possibly, because we had been playing 3 at the back for weeks. But I didn't think it wasn't as if it was defending was the problem today. I know we've conceded 2 goals for instances. One was a corner, who we know exactly what happened and what went wrong. But in terms of the shape and the structure, you can't blame that. I thought we were actually poor coming up to the final third of the pitch, and guys that have been absolutely outstanding this season, they know they've had a poor game, and that's just football. We were poor today, and we've got to take it in the chin. But we came out a tough venue with a point, and so ultimately you've got to try and find the balance and say, look. Could our performance be better? But we come away here with a point, and we've got to dust ourselves down. But I said to them in there, I know that's that one defeat in 9, which ultimately can sound like a good run. But I think there's been 3 draws in there that should really be converted into another 6 points, which you're hoping you can still hang on and be up the top end of the league. But listen, we've got to play better. Absolutely, we've got to play better. The first half, as I say, was really flat. We made changes going into the second half, which I thought rejuvenated us and probably combated the extra man in their midfield, but also gave them something to think about in between the lines. And that's where we got our goal face. So ultimately it worked, and we'll take 2 each. Could I win it? Could I lost it? We'll move on.
Yeah, it's our first goal of the season for us. Forbes scoring the second goal, and Will coming off the bench scoring, I think his 4th this season. Mm-hmm. So it must be good to see them. Will scoring again. Also Ross getting back into the scoring sheet. Yep.
Listen, I'm pleased for Will. Will is a major goal threat. There's no doubt about that, and he could probably find himself really harshly out the team in terms of, he played 3 games in a row where we won. He had probably a poor 45 minutes for his standards against East Fife, and all of a sudden he's found himself scrapping to get back in the team. He came on the day and scores, and he proves he has that goal threat. And there was another couple of players that come off the bench with a point to prove as well, and that's what I said to them in there. This squad is exactly the way we want it. If you feel as if you're guaranteed a game, and you're going to be you're not going to have that energy and really have that consistency, then you're going to struggle to play every week. It doesn't matter who you are. So disappointed. Well, I think I'm disappointed in the performance today, but we'll take the point and move on to next week.
And of course, Scott Walker went off injured today. So it must add to the kind of concerns with the defence with a few other players out already.
I mean, you would really. I think this has really tested us to the limit because Sean's out, Nicky's out, Callum Yates is out. That's Scotty Tory's calf. I mean, that's a full back four. Completely out. I would like to actually see how other teams in the league would cope with that. We have coped today, just. We definitely know we've dropped below our usual standards, but like I say, this is a tough venue, and I think just speaking to a couple of the coaches for Albion Rovers, they played Glasgow Uni last week and they knew it wasn't good enough. They had a real kick up the backside and they came with a tempo and an energy where they knew they had to do better. So we seen that within their play. I thought their midfield three's energy was absolutely superb, and they won that battle in the first half. Second half we came into it and we had a couple of flurries, but it just shows you teams can't switch off against us because we've got tools that can hurt teams up the top end of the pitch. Even although I thought it was one day where the guys weren't at it, but it's difficult to really criticise guys up the top end of the pitch because I think, overall looking at everything within the season, they've been very good, but they've had an off day of the day, and we'll need to take that in the chin.
And finally, a bit away from the kind of football things, this week has seen the retirement of two long-term Warriors staff, being Margaret Kilpatrick and Stuart Orr, who's been a kitman for a while. Do you have any message for them?
Listen, that's 18 months I've worked with both of them, and it's been a pleasure for both. Margaret, total professional in what she does. She's a statue of the rules of the Scottish game, and she's taught me a few things as well. So really sad to see her go. And Oscar, we've had a great relationship with Oscar through the last 18 months as well, and obviously he's decided to move on as well. So listen, we'll be sorry to see them go, and it will be difficult to replace these type of people that have been ingrained in the DNA of the club. But listen, everything comes to an end and we'll need to move forward. Fresh start.
Cheers, Swifty.
Thank you.